So this is the beginning of part 3, putting the bike together. This is the good part. I've already started, as you can see. Got the motor in the frame there. I'm just about to put the triple clamps on, grease them up. Can't remember how it goes back together. Oh well, we'll have another go. So I've taken this rear end apart and back together about 15 times. I realised how it goes together, found all the bolts for it. So I didn't get very far tonight, but I'm happy with how the colours look together. Looks pretty good. Next thing I've got to do is make a little bracket for here. That's got an adjustable slot on it, so I can shift it up and down to tighten the chain. Just drawn out my basic shape I'm going to cut out here, drill some holes, I'm going to make it bigger and with the slot. So I've cut that plate out, ready to fold up. Just quickly show you this folder that I made. It's just got 2 pivots here and here. Just 2 big heavy bits of 80 by 80 by 6 angle iron. Pretty simple, looks pretty rude but does the job. Just got a crescent stuck in here. I can stick a big pipe in here if I want to. And just pull down. That's probably about enough for this. So this is the problem with this style of bender. If you're trying to bend a plate two different ways, obviously the first bend fails up on there, but I put this piece of rod behind here to support it. Hopefully it works. Looks like that worked out. Sweet. So the plate's bent up pretty well. Just need to sit them on there. Got to drill a hole through there and then turn that into a slot somehow. Got my plate drilled up now with the two holes. Now all I need to do is saw into it with this jigsaw thingy. Just got a nail cutter on it. So here's the bracket, all done. Came out quite good. Aluminium. Made a bit of progress on the bike this long weekend. Got the foot pegs on. Magnet thing's working sweet, so that can go past. It only just scrapes past it. Got the handlebars on, brakes on, back brakes on. Back brakes all connected up. That's not quite mounted yet. Got my bracket made for there, so I can adjust the chain. So the chain's now tight. Got the backing plate on there. I'm just ready to put the cover on now. Bike's starting to come together now. Got the front wheel on. Got the exhausts on. Swing arms all on. Got all the wiring done. The two-stroke side exhausts on. I have the little filter thing on there. Next problem I've got is this is a normal pit bike sprocket, and then this is the one I've got to run to suit the dirt bike chain, but the I don't know what you call it, the spline in the middle, I can't find a sprocket with the right size, so I'm going to have to somehow weld the sprocket onto this one after. So I've gone and cut the sides off this sprocket, and I've thinned this sprocket out slightly and thinned this one out quite a bit more with a grinder. So what's going to happen is this one is going to go on first, then this one over top. That one back one's going to weld to the front one, then the little piece that you put on here and turn, I'll have to line that up with the holes. Since the steel's pretty clean and I don't want to get sparks everywhere, I'll use the TIG welder just to tack it in the place I want. So I've welded it up, two small welds with the TIG welder on either side of that. That'll be enough to hold it, I hope. So here we have this crazy sprocket setup. Got one sprocket offset to the other because the inside of this sprocket can sit on the ridges of the spline of the drive shaft. I've had to just tack weld these two pieces together so I can suit the bigger bolt hole pattern for this other sprocket with the smaller shaft. Smaller sprockets catchering on there. Seems complicated and overdone, but it's what I had to do to make it work. So there's an idea of how it sits on there. So the back one's engaging properly and this one's sitting on the edge so it can't rock side to side, so it should work out good. Bike's coming along now. Just doing the final stages of putting it together. Front sprocket's all mounted on. Now I'm mounting the chain. Haven't got a chain link thing, so what I do, I just grind these two pins off, clamp it back together, and then I just weld back on the two pins again. So that's going to be it for this part. I've got a couple of problems I've still got to fix. I ruined the thread on this rear axle when I bashed it out because it had been seized in there for years. And I also snapped the circlip for the back brake caliper. So I've got to replace those two parts, and next part will be the test ride. Yay.